Hey, welcome. I think for most of the videos I'm going to be behind the camera, but just this once I want to kind of introduce you to the outfit that I wear when I go out in the field, and of course maybe get a little personal attention from me. So this is what I typically wear in the field. Sun hat, really good protection against sun. We had some rain already today, so the hat kept the rain off pretty well. On hot days, really just keeping the sun off of your skin is a really good way to stay cooler. And the rest of my outfit does typically look like I'm overdressed for a hot day, but I've got some reasons for this. So sun protection, if I need to pull the sleeves down on here, keeps the sun off, also keeps the bugs off. In my kit I've got some bug spray that I typically apply. Long pants are really a must if you go anywhere with any kind of understory plants. So some of our grasses can cut. We've got brambles with prickers and so on. Durable boots, these are fairly waterproof also, so if I go into shallow water up to my ankles I can make it through that okay. And then just ankle support for different kinds of terrain. And so this is my typical outfit. As far as equipment, I carry a bag with me that's got some of my equipment. First piece maybe to show you is the hand lens. This is really botanist standard. I don't know if you'll be able to get one for the course, but this is something that is typically expected that you would have this on you while you're using a field guide. It's really modest magnification, gives you about 10x magnification, but that really makes the difference between seeing hairs on a plant and really not seeing those with your naked eye. So if a key asks you to be able to tell if there are hairs on a plant, it's really asking that you have this kind of power to determine if they're present or not. If you want to see hairs and use your hand lens, grab your plant of interest, hand lens, and then the focal length is really between the lens and the object and not so much related to your eye. I tend to hold a little bit closer to my eye. Some people are comfortable farther away. Really, as long as you're adjusting this distance, you'll get that in focus. All right, rest of my equipment. So bag is a nice way to carry what I need with me. Got some water, so longer times in the field, water, snacks if you need them. Obviously safety and keeping your body happy are important concerns out in the field. Got a big old bulk of my bag is the field guide. So a strong recommendation here to identify plants in the field. So if a lot of people maybe want to grab the plant and take it with them and then identify it later after they've pressed it or after they've had some time for it to sit in a bag. A couple problems with that is that the plant tissues might not hold up the best, so your petals might fall apart or stick together or something. You might not be able to dissect a flower super effectively. Whereas in the field you have access to all the members of that plant group. If you want to grab a species, you can take examples of that species and use those to help you identify the species, and then collect a specimen if you're doing that kind of on the back end after you've already identified the species. Other bits in my collecting kit. If you are collecting, you don't have to be collecting. Some of you will choose not to. So a shovel and a pair of snips for herbaceous plants that you need to see or collect underground parts of. This is a good way to get them. Just drive that in next to the plant and kind of pop it out and you'll be able to shake the dirt loose. And then the snip's pretty self-explanatory. If you're snipping a specimen, I would recommend grabbing more than you think you need rather than less, because you can always cut off. Later you can't add material back. So that's kind of the basics of what I carry out in the field. Cut there.